Guys, we're talking about the siege. We've had one siege so far. We're coming into the prep phase for the second one. And I'm seeing a lot of chats in both content creator chat, in my Discord, all over the place, honestly, about the, I guess, the misgivings, the downfall of the siege, the way people are feeling about it. I participated in the first one, even though I was on holiday. I was just kind of like there on my phone, chilling by the pool, and got my attacks in, that sort of stuff, set my defenses. And I think, for us, we fought someone that was relatively weak compared to us. Okay, so my first experience was no one attacked me on any of my defenses, so I didn't get to see how my defenses played out. Every attack was basically a win. And then when we did the mana shrines, where you're trying to do your rematches to make sure that you get as many of the the mana spheres or whatever as possible, I won. I think I won 11 out of 12. So I had one failed fight. So for me, my first experience was, oh, this is quite fun. We're in a winning team. Everyone's kind of like, yeah, we're taking down their stronghold, all that type of stuff. And we come out the other end with some loot. Can I see the loot? So we got basically the full points, near enough. We got all of the items that you can get. We got extra goodies. We got the victory chest. Everyone's like, yes, the siege is a great thing when it comes to Savage Pandas, right? And to give you an idea of the gear, so the feral set, I got some items. I've not rolled any up yet. I don't think I got anything actually, which was kind of like, because this is basically a enhanced perception gear, right? So you just want accuracy and speed on everything. I don't think I got anything which was super amazing before I roll it up. And you kind of want to see speed and accuracy on everything for this set. This is what this set lives off: speed and accuracy together. But either way, don't sell it. Either way, it's, I don't know if I got anything cool here. Bunch of rings. Did I get anything that wasn't a ring? One with accuracy on it. Okay, so we've got a chance. I don't think I've got any accuracy banners, which again, you want accuracy with speed. That's what this set is about. So, okay. First experience was we won, and it was comfortable. Now, most people's first experience, I'm just going to use a screenshot which Final Capaci put here in content creator chat. Well, I'd say 50% of the player base have probably got this experience, where most of their buildings are destroyed. They won or they didn't win, or they drew. There's a lot of people that are going to draw in this fight. It's just, there's weird stuff going on where in a very Plarium style, they just kind of piss people off. It's just some weird thinking in some of this stuff. I actually like the idea of you can only attack twice with your team. If you're a lower level player, maybe that's not fair because you just don't have many teams that you can call upon. So maybe depending on what tier you're in is how harsh they are on that. Because currently I had to use a bunch of different teams and I wasn't super well prepared for that. And I think in all, because I had 12 fights in Mana Shrines, plus my 2 normal fights. So I had to use, 7 different teams? That means I need 7 times 4. 28 champions built for Arena for this mode. For someone who's endgame like me, it's kind of good. It's kind of good to have a focus now for those teams. But if you're not in the highest tier here, you're not going to have 28 champions ready for the Arena. So they should massively reduce the requirement for lower level players. But the other thing is, if you don't do that, then, you're just getting wrecked all over the place. And you end up with, well, you don't end up with this anyway, because all of the best teams are used in the fight to the stronghold. And then it's not until the mana shrines get farmed that you start using those other teams. So you end up with a big problem, right? So you end up with a problem of, can players actually play? Do they have enough champions that could do this for Arena? Unless they're very end game. You've then got the other problem of, what if it's a draw nearly every time? Do people want to participate in that type of play? It's much easier, by the way, to win offense than it is to win defense. This is the first game mode we've seen, with the exception of Platinum Arena pushes, where your Arena defense actually matters at all. It's the first game mode where we actually care about a defense. And that is a challenge because winning on defense against an offense where you can see what you're up against, you can see what they've built, it's incredibly difficult to win that defense battle. Which means that more often than not, when you start to even out and play against people your level, most people are going to get full wrecked like this. Most people will get fully wrecked, and most people will end in a draw because of the way they've done the drawing system. And at that point, where do you end up with that? It costs an insane amount to repair your buildings. Okay, so we only had one destroyed building, but it costs 1,000 florins to do that, to repair it. Well, it makes no sense to repair it. Literally makes no sense to do anything other than upgrade your stronghold right now. That's the only thing you should be focused on doing. But it's got to be pretty demoralizing when this is the outlook. You probably can't even afford to repair your stronghold, let alone upgrade it. Which means that everyone who got wrecked in the first battle is so far behind the people that are now working towards upgrading their stronghold already that it's mad. They're so far behind already by one loss. So it's a bit of a problem. We do not earn enough of these florins to both repair and upgrade. And there's no point in repairing right now. So if I was to look at this, because it's only a level 1 tower, there's no point to repair it anyway, because I don't lose anything from not repairing it. The only thing I can't do in one which has been damaged like this is that we cannot set the bonuses, which we're probably not setting anyway yet, right? You're probably not doing it anyway. And they don't give added bonuses to their like connecting parties. Oh man, I don't know. I just feel like they've gone a bit hard on the gameplay at tier 1. As people progress tier 2, tier 3, up to tier 6 or whatever, that's when I feel like there needs to be more of these gameplay mechanics where you're making decisions. The early level stuff, they've pushed you straight into the end game of Siege rather than like eased you into it, and it's pissing people off to the point where I'm already hearing people say, look, we're going to draw anyway. Why don't we just put one man, nothing defenses everywhere and basically just farm this? We're not trying to win because it's very hard to win. So, and the only people that'll be winning is like the top arena based teams whose their teams are just so far beyond what, you know, the normal player sees on a day-to-day basis. It's crazy different. It's like, you know, there's people that push plat every week in the top 100. Their accounts are so crazy compared to a normal account, even compared to my account, that it's incredibly difficult to win any of those battles. So I don't know where this goes, honestly. We're already now tier 6. So our next fight is going to be against someone who is very strong. I don't know if we see already who we're fighting, do we? I don't think we do. And there's a good chance after the next fight, all of our buildings are broken. And you've got this expensive, you know, regeneration of the building before you then decide to try and upgrade anything. I don't know. I just feel like the numbers don't make any sense yet. The numbers don't make any sense. And maybe it'll all start playing out before too long. But there's people in the community that are speaking to me saying that everything's broken. We can't even afford to repair our stronghold, let alone start to upgrade it. We can't afford to repair, certainly can't afford to repair all the buildings because we didn't really win any of our fights. And they just got into straight demoralized mode. Straight away, after one battle, fully demoralized. And then you've got this other thing of, and we don't have enough teams to fight with to win, you know, winning the mana shrines. So there's just, as I say, it's pushed straight end game without that kind of like interesting, fun, earlier game view to the game mode. Tier 1 should not be as taxing and as pushy as tier 6 in terms of, you know, the costs, in terms of the amount of teams you require, all of that stuff. It just should not be the same. I don't know. Where do we go from here? What do you think? What's your views on Siege so far? Are you in the camp of super endgame, loving this game mode? Or are you super endgame, not enjoying the game mode at all? Earlier game, can't even see how you can play the game mode. Like, Where are you sitting right now? Let me know in the comments down below. Love to know your thoughts on this one. I've been Hell Hades. This is The Siege. I'll see you later.